There we go. We're live.
We are live. I just give everyone a chance to jump into the stream.
There you go. It just popped up on my phone.
There we go. Brilliant.
Big up Trampa.
Yay.
Yeah. I've got the man there.
Okay. Hi to everyone joining. We're just going to give everyone a couple of seconds to jump into the stream.
Yeah. Live comments. Oh, nice.
There we go. All right. So we've got
perfect time. I'll have a little into bed. Hopefully by then the brewing just cake or two. There you go.
Yeah, well, brilliant.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so we've got Amon and Sonnie representing Trampa this week. Do you guys want to quickly introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Sonnie.
Hi, I'm Amon.
Oh, here we go.
Personally, who are you?
Sonnie Dibben. That's all you need to know.
I think, Sonnie, your reputation precedes you anyway.
Who are you, Amon?
I'm Amon. I work for Trampa, make some videos for Trampa, and yeah, other little bits and bobs. And that's about it. I like riding the boards.
Okay, excellent. I'm sure everyone knows Billy.
Billy's upside down for me.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's the right way up. I'm just going to turn my green out. All right, let's kill that. So let's have a look. So you guys both ride Trampa. So I know Amon works. So you work for Trampa, but Sonnie, do you actually ride for Trampa? Or
yeah, I just ride for the team. I don't work that well. Do little bits every now and then when I'm up in Nottingham, but obviously I live about 3 hours away. So, but yeah, I just ride. I've been riding for the team for like since 2006. So yeah, a long time.
Okay.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that is. It is a long time. So did you guys start non-electric, or did you go straight into electric boards? What's your
electric? I've been mountain boarding for like 10 years. I think Sonny's been mountain boarding for way longer than I have. But all of us on the team are mountain boarders before we started riding electric boards.
So you all started on like non-electric, just straight downhill gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity-driven boards.
Yeah.
Cool. So how did you guys like go to? Did you start on like Trampa downhill boards and then just take the electric ones, or was it like what's the history? How did you become to be riding and working for Trampa?
Well, if you want to tell, I can go into like a little story of the history if you want. But like, I so been riding mountain boards for like 10 years, and I haven't actually ridden Trampa mountain boards that much. Mainly another brand, but then I mean Trampa. I was making a film for my uni project, and I ended up having Trampa in that film and like a featured bit in the documentary, and went there and filmed all that, and it was like, this is sound. And Ted kind of pointed out that if you ever wanted to come and work there and make more films of just like building process or like how-to videos or just like kind of hype videos, that if I wanted to come there after uni, I could and go and do that. So I was just like, look, that sounds like a sick opportunity, and I went there after uni, and I've kind of been doing that.
What did you study at uni, Amon?
Adventure media.
Sorry?
Adventure media, so like
cool.
Outdoor sports basically.
Brilliant. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And Sonnie, I assume you just migrated from downhill boards straight to Trampa?
I rode. I've been through like a few decks when I was younger, like Ride the Hill, with loads of old decks, and then I got my first Trampa in 2005, and then joined the team in 2006, and then I've just had Trampas ever since then, like, and then started e-boarding about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
But I don't get, because I obviously live so far away, I don't get out on the e-boards as much as the rest of the crew, like, but I mainly just ride my gravity board, like, yeah, I'm trying to, well, maybe if I can save enough money to get an e-board, I'll get a little bit better, but yeah.
I'm sure Trampa will hook you up.
I can see Ted in the background. I can't see whether he's smiling or not.
He's not really there, Raymond. Cardboard cut out.
I hear Trampa giving away skateboards now. So I've seen you guys at the go-kart track. Obviously, when it's terrible weather, it's a great place to ride. But if you're not like stuck and have to ride inside, what do you guys? What's your like go-to place to ride?
I mean, we even if it's pretty muddy and wet, we just go out on the electric boards anyway and put like shower cap kind of things over the top of the battery box.
Okay.
And just go get muddy. But I mean, we have been inside track a little bit. Is that what you mean? Like, kind of where else would we go if it's wet or what?
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen you guys riding like at the go-kart track at the Evolve events, but I don't think that's like the ideal place to be riding a Trampa board.
No.
I'd always be rather riding a board in the woods on the mud than riding on like concrete or
single track trails through the woods is like my favorite thing to ride for sure. It's just like tight little corners and obstacles to jump over and like through the woods, especially when there's loads of you as well, like chasing up the back of someone going through the trees. It's sick. Sonny knows all about that.
Yeah. When I've got Amon chasing me, yeah.
I saw you guys the videos from Wales with the group of you going around there with Jay Boston. That looked like a great adventure.
There's a new video coming out about that next week as well. So
is that on your channel?
We're on the Trampa channel. We filmed it ages ago, but I've been snowboarding and stuff, and it kind of got put to the side. But now I've got time. That will be out soon.
Okay, so
yeah,
Trampa channel was hard to link. So this is like a tiny Earl. I'll link it in the underneath the live stream afterwards. I'll link yours and Trampa's channel so people can go and check out the videos.
Yeah, cool.
So you've
got a good question in the comments, by the way.
Yeah. So, okay. Question from users: belt or gear drive? If gear drive, straight or helical, and why?
Amen.
I'd always go spur drive for sure, but I mean it's personal preference. Spur gives you kind of more torque and more acceleration. Belt drive is going to give you a higher top speed. A kind of more gradual acceleration, but for a lot of people, they'd rather ride belt. It's completely down to personal preference, really. Straight or helical, like to be completely honest on that, the board I ride, I just kind of get from Trampa and pick them out of the warehouse or whatever. And to be honest, I just pick whatever's charged, and if it's spur, and I don't really check with it. But yeah, I don't know. Do you know anything more about that, Sonny, or what's the difference? But
no,
I know one landed than the other.
I
know one of them's landed than the other, but that's
Spurs louder, like Spurs like more. I don't know. Spurs is like more power off the mark. I think like it's like Spurs like pocket rockets.
Yeah.
So with them riding my Evolve in the woods with belts, obviously it picks up loads of crap, and all that crap gets stuck in the belts. So with your gear drive, do you get that problem? Riding in the woods, do you get tons of crap picked up and then in the gears?
No, the whole kind of the mount and the system is all sealed off, so you don't have any problem with that at all. Like, yeah, it's all sealed. So
cool. This is Pavel.
Right,
Hi, Pavel.
Hi, Pavel.
So the way Facebook is kind of
yeah, I can't see any names. It just says
names up. So if anyone's watching at the moment, if you go to StreamYard/Facebook, you can authorize Facebook to read your name, and then your names will actually appear properly in the comments.
But if not, if you're going to ask a question, just put at the end dash and then your name or something, just so you're talking to me. You know, I just want to stay anonymous, of course.
Yeah, if you have any questions for the team, obviously jot them in the comments and we'll get to them as we can.
Big show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Starts covering himself up.
So, do you ride different boards in different places, or is it like 100% Trampa? That's it. I'm not riding anything else.
Like different brands of boards.
Yeah, like for example, I mean, like Billy off-roading long rides will take his Trampa out, and then like if you were like coming into central London for a quick like commute or something, jumping on and off of the tube, then you know your Volvo or your one wheel.
Yeah, I can definitely see
not the one wheel, not more. It's gone.
It's not the one wheel. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gone now. It's gone now.
But I mean, you ride the Trampa because Trampa have like the Carve boards and the long boards as well as the off-road mountain boards. And we often go, especially like go-kart tracks, or there's like a nice little kind of. It's actually a kids like bike training facility thing with like little mini traffic lights and stuff, so kids can learn. Like,
brilliant.
But it's such a sick little track, and you can ride around that on the Carve boards, the long boards, and like slide around the corners and stuff. And there's definitely do ride
that as well.
With what, sorry?
No, I was going to say there's actually one just like that in Tottenham, like a little mini road sort of thing. It's really good for kids wanting to learn how to ride in the roads and all that. And I remember talking to a few people in Carve saying that would be a really good place for people to go if they want to learn how to ride the roads and do group rides and such, especially for younger generations, you know. Yeah. Sure. Continue.
Yeah, I bet there's loads of little spots like that. That's the fun thing about e-boarding as well, is like if with mountain boarding and kind of what me and Sonny are used to, you kind of go look for a spot, or you find a skate park to ride or a mountain board centre or something, and you kind of confine to that space. But you can go out on the e-board and just go for a shred, and then most of the time you'll find new spots to kind of stop at and lap a little bit, or little feature to jump over, and just kind of exploring is a big part of it for me, I think.
Okay. Billy, are you practicing jumps?
Hard at the moment. Quarantine. But as soon as I'm out, that's the first thing I'm doing. It's just I'm not local to any accessible jump parks or anything like that. There's one next to me, but it's all locked up and closed. I can't go in there, so a bit of shame. But as soon as I'm out of quarantine, I'm going to be practicing lifting again, of course.
Cool. So we were just talking before the stream started about like the different boards to different places and the possibility of like buying a Trampa. And I was saying that I was riding Seven Sisters in Eastbourne on my Evolve board, which is fantastic. But there's some of those hills are so steep on the cliffs that I couldn't get up. And you guys were saying, obviously Trampa. So if I was going to go Trampa route for some serious off-roading, what kind of board? I can bring up the Trampa website. If I bring up Trampa here. So what would you recommend to someone who wants to do off-roading and has money to spend on a Trampa?
Definitely electric mountain boards, like top left.
Okay.
Yeah. Spur gear drive, 100%.
Spur gear. Okay.
Yeah.
So they got belt drive, spur gear drive, and urban belt drive. So obviously, okay. So spur.
And then so they're just the different wheels and trucks.
This is newer, right? As well, right?
This is what? Sorry.
Like this page here, this is a bit different to how it used to be. Like it's been changed recently, right?
I think so.
No.
I'm
sure it was slightly different before. So.
The top left is custom. If you want to customize your own board with your
your Infinity standard board.
Yeah, you got like 3 different trucks to choose out of, and like mainly those different kinds to do with weight. There's other things, obviously, like the heavier Infinity trucks are going to be a lot stronger if you're doing jumps and gnarly stuff all the time. But there's everything so customizable. So you can basically choose a board from what kind of wheels you want, what kind of trucks you want and stuff. But obviously a stronger truck is going to be better for doing really gnarly off-road stuff, which would be the Infinity trucks.
So this would be your recommendation, one of these two?
If you go on the custom one, and you can build one up from scratch.
Okay.
So, and then like we get the picture at the top and loads of little pictures of all the different parts. And,
okay,
like,
brilliant. Yep.
On your board. And then basically, if you're going to go and build yourself a custom board, it's like the arrows on the bottom right, like the drop down bits. Then you literally
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
pick different bits.
So you can then choose your deck, choose your bindings.
Yeah, yeah. The decks, like you can see, they've got different thickness of the decks. Kind of more depends on your weight or how stiff you want the board. So if you're a light person and you really like riding stiff decks, then you'd go for a thicker one. But obviously that's going to add weight as well. Like, so yeah.
Okay, and then regular goofy.
Yeah, that's just because the wires on the deck go through a different way and it's drilled differently, so it needs to start.
Okay. And then you just have to add batteries and you're ready to go.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can if you carry on down there, you can pick like obviously your trucks, your wheels, tires, all that kind of thing. Yeah, it doesn't. You have to be. It's left down to you with the batteries to order them in.
Okay. So there's actually a variety of. I've seen the wand as well and the Maytech. So you've got a Hobby King on there as well.
Yeah. Just give people options really, because people like the different controllers in your hand, the way they hold it different in your hand, either a trigger or a thumb remote.
Yeah. And then it comes assembled, ready to ride. Well, obviously apart from you have to put your own batteries in.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah. I mean, when you can order batteries as simple as you order the board. I don't know, you might have to wait a little bit for the batteries, but it's going to take you like half an hour or even less just to whack those in, and then you're good to go.
Excellent. So if anyone has any questions, I assume they can just contact Trampa and they'll talk you through the purchase and make recommendations.
Yeah.
And see RT if they want as well.
So I've got some questions coming in from viewers. So where do you boys see the future of freestyle in e-boards? With a lack of freestyle, how does this affect filming?
I would love to see more freestyle. I want to do more freestyle as well. But like a big thing of it comes down to right now is the weight, like purely because batteries. I mean, batteries is the main thing. Batteries and motors are just heavy.
Yeah.
And to do any kind of freestyle that would be similar to what we do on normal mountain boards, it's quite a long way off that at this point. But for sure, as things get lighter and stronger, then anything's possible, I reckon.
We hear Sonnie can do awesome somersaults.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, me, Amon, and Sam did backflips on them, but I didn't really notice the weight of it too much when we did those backflips. But I'm not sure.
It depends on the trick, because the backflip come around like easy. Because as soon as your board's like over that point of coming back down again, then it's going to bring you the right way up. Whereas doing a spin or something like that, is the weight takes more to effect. But like anyone could try a backflip. Like, it's sad.
Yeah,
are you more wary of throwing a board around? Are you more wary of throwing a board around with a massive battery pack on it as well?
I guess we probably should be more worried than we are.
I just said it, mate. Don't worry.
How do you guys find doing jumps on a e-mounting board compared to like just a gravity board? Like the difference, obviously the weight is the main difference, obviously, but how do you actually find it? Like, for example, when you did that 360 in Paris, Amon, if you were to do it on a mountain board without electric, it would be much more lighter. So the force of you throwing yourself around that hard on an e-mounting board, you probably could go further than doing a 360. Do you get what I mean? So how does it feel like doing it on different boards?
It's definitely hard to spin on an electric board. I mean, another thing that comes into that is your motors are on the back of the board, so all your weight is on one side. So that, like, imagine, it doesn't, like, with physics, it doesn't work as well. I mean, it doesn't stop you, but yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, I've been working out at least how to do 180s as you got up like half pipe or something, go up, do 180, come back down and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that the back of your board is heavier than the front. Your front is light as a feather, so you bring your front round, but all of a sudden you feel the back of it come round. It's confusing at first, but once you get used to it, you realise how it works. But you know, it's interesting to learn, especially with you know, how it feels, you know.
I mean, I recommend everyone should have a go at normal mountain boarding as well. If they want to learn tricks on an electric board, get on a normal mountain board because you'll.
Yeah, it's the basis for learning things on an electric board. I mean, a lot of us who ride for Trampa, we've got Matt Brind who rides for us, who's 11-time world champion in mountain boarding, and he turned up in Devon, barely riding a mountain board before, and like he would have come second if he didn't stack it. Like, but you know, like you can just take things from mountain boarding into e-boarding, like so. Like that's a lot of us don't really ride e-boards that much. We all just mountain board and then get on e-boards just as and when, really, like, and just take what we know from mountain boarding into e-boarding.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is, but if you're looking for the Eastgate quiz, that's tomorrow with Tom. But thanks for tuning in anyway. So why don't you guys supply batteries?
Amen.
I mean, I answer this. We get asked all the time, but I mean, shipping is definitely a big thing. Like it's so much more complicated to ship batteries. I mean, it's easier just to leave it to the companies that do that professionally. Like they make and ship batteries. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And the other thing with it is, I mean, it's just completely customizable. Like there's so many different types of batteries out there, and you can build your own packs from 16 or whatever the little batteries.
Yep.
And like, yeah, it just goes down to the same as the customizable thing of it. Like someone could buy a board and then completely build their own custom battery pack to how they want it, or buy like higher price range batteries, or if they want to get a lower price range.
Yeah, I've seen on you linked to a couple of places where you can just buy a couple of LiPo packs, plug them in, and you're ready to go. And then I've seen some people building 18650 packs that will last 30, 40, 50 miles.
But it's just, I mean, I guess the price comes into it as well. It's not like we're not really gaining anything by stocking the batteries and then selling them on again. If anything, you know what I mean? Like, but it's just the same as someone could just, when they're ordering a board, just go onto a new link and order the batteries and they'll arrive at the same time.
I guess the batteries are also cheaper that way, because if they came through you guys as well, they'll be marked up and then they'll be charged for shipping.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
But I mean, I don't want to block anything off. I think things are being looked at for sure. So maybe Trampa batteries will be a thing in the future, but right now it's not. But yeah, could be.
Okay. Why do your videos always involve lots of beer?
That question to
see. Yeah, we just because we like partying as well as riding. Do you know what I mean? Like we like everything that's fun and we like doing. So yeah, drinking's fun, isn't it? Like
it's in the videos because I just try and film what's going on, and a lot of the time that is what's going on. So and in the video.
Before the stream, someone did say, "Can you message Sonnie so he's not too drunk on the live stream?"
Who's that? Someone just asked the question, the funny question at the bottom. Who would win out of a fight, Ted or Danny?
Who would win out of a fight, Ted or Danny?
Danny's overrated, man. Ted would whop him up there.
Yeah, I think maybe Ted, to be honest. I hope Danny's not watching.
Yeah. Depends what mood Ted's in, like.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10, 11 questions, quick fire round.
Yeah, go for it.
Are you ready? Gravity or electric?
Gravity.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Okay.
It's just tricks, like. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just that. I mean, because obviously e-boarding is still young, really, and it's going to progress a lot more. Mountain boarding, couldn't do a lot on the boards that were out when they first came out, and then obviously that progressed. Like, so e-boarding will do the same thing. So for the moment, gravity, but in the future, technology is going to improve in it. So
okay, track or free ride?
Free ride.
Track.
Okay.
I could the answer for both of the both. I don't know. But I like obviously racing's well fun, like chasing.
Amon says free ride because he knows I'll bust him up on the track.
That's pretty fun though.
Favorite freestyle trick to do
on an electric board?
It's up to you. Freestyle. I mean, on one of your gravity decks or electric?
I don't know. Go on, Sonny. What's your favorite trick? 180s is my favorite trick. To be fair, it's just simple.
Naked backflip. I'm guessing.
Naked backflips for Sonny. Yeah.
Only send them on special occasions, though. Let me know when it's Billy.
Favorite freestyle trick you've seen and by who?
Double backflip 1-footer by Matt Brend.
Yeah, definitely on the Nitro Circus ramp in Amon night.
Double backflip. Okay. Funniest person in the scene?
Yeah, Danny Mitchell.
What would be the soundtrack song to your life?
The what? Sorry, the soundtrack.
Yeah.
What would my soundtrack be?
Is it a soundtrack to your life? But let's change that to sound. What would be your best soundtrack to your ultimate ride?
I don't know. Maybe some like old school hip hop. I kind of like to listen to when I'm riding. I wouldn't know. I don't know what. I could say one song is a big statement. I don't want to block it off.
Yeah, I don't listen to music whilst I'm riding, so I don't know that.
Really, I always have.
Would you play some of your own bangers?
I always have like
voice, definitely.
Are you racing pro or open in the future?
So what do you reckon, Sonny? Probably going to be pro.
Obviously pro, like.
Okay, this could be like a game changer here. Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad?
Neither. They're both whack.
Breaking Bad. That's the right answer, dude. Seriously, Game of Thrones is just rubbish.
Game of Thrones is terrible.
Yeah. So if you couldn't ride boards, e-board or gravity boards, where would your passion lie?
What if we had to pick one?
No, if you had neither, what do you think would be your passion if there was no Trampa, no gravity boards?
Drinking beers and being a cunt.
Making videos probably. But if it's like a sport, I don't know, probably mountain biking or something like that.
Not snowboarding.
Oh yeah, snowboarding. Yeah, I forgot about
that. That is what you film as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are we at with the next progression of e-skate tricks?
I want to do some rails soon. And Sonny's going to do some more naked backflips.
Yeah, I'll naked backflip an e-board, man. I'll do it.
What about video? What about comment from the geek as well, Tim?
Have I missed that one? Oh, are there any girls on the Trampa team?
Right, yeah, right. So, mountain boarding, we've like gravity.
Yep.
We've got Elizabeth Govey, who lives in Spain. She's Spanish. She's a good rider. UK champion 2 years ago when she came over. She does well at the World Championships. Yeah, there she is. This needs updating, this website, just to let you know.
Okay.
The team riders need updating, and e-boarding, can't release those details yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you guys have some new riders for your e-team?
Yeah, and we've got a rider for our mountain board pro team as well, who's going to do well on an e-board when he gets on it as well, because he's a good rider.
Okay, this is interesting. Is this someone we know, or
you won't know him?
Okay.
Who is it? Or can you not say?
Yeah, I could Smelt, innit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big dog.
Big dog Smelt. He'll be on the scene.
Yeah, he loves it. Doesn't he? It's powerful.
Yeah, he is.
There's a question, Tom. Who's the biggest nonce? Right.
Danny.
Yeah, definitely Danoid.
Oh yeah. So here's a good question. You were saying earlier about putting shower caps on your battery packs.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a solution to this that isn't just putting a shower cap on your skateboard?
A Trampa shower cap would be good.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely in the pipeline as an actual like a Trampa branded shower cap. I mean it won't be a shower cap. It'll be like a kind of
like a rain cover.
Yeah, like a proper material. But I think sealing off the boxes and stuff would be good. I mean I don't know too much about that. I don't want to say if it is coming or if it isn't, but I've seen people put like silicone in the boxes and seal it up themselves, which I believe works fine. So if people are fancying a little DIY project, they can do that if they want to. Don't come to us and crying if you've burnt or melted anything.
Okay. So if someone wants to get into or they're looking at Trampa, obviously they're quite expensive boards. How would you recommend they get into, like, try before you buy, or kind of an introduction to the scene?
I come up if Trampa's based in Nottingham, and right now we're not doing it obviously, but I mean last summer we had a thing called Thursday Club, which is on Thursday evening everyone just goes out for a ride after work.
Okay.
We try to invite people to come and have a go. I mean, if you want to buy a board and you're seriously interested in it and you're in the UK and you want to come and have a go on one, just send us an email or whatever saying when's the next Thursday Club, can I come along, and we'll put a board aside for you and you come and try it out. Like as simple as that.
Brilliant. So they can just come up to Nottingham, Trampa HQ.
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, everyone's so kind of chill. Like we invite people to just come and hang out with us. Like it's literally just go for a ride with mates. Like nothing's too serious. I'm not going to like sit you down in a waiting room or anything.
Give you a briefing.
Yeah.
Sign the waivers.
Yeah. But I mean, apart from coming up and having a go on them, I don't know really. But you obviously try mountain boarding and you'll get an idea for bindings and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's kind of a mix between them. If you've been on a normal e-board and you've been on a mountain board, then a Trampa board is somewhere in the middle.
Okay. What's the transition like from something like obviously a ride evolves? So how different is it to get off something like an evolved board and then hit the woods on a Trampa?
I think one of the biggest things people find out when they first step on it, they're like, oh shit, I can't turn on this thing at all. It's because they're using like on a Evolve or something that's got different style trucks. A lot of the time you can turn just using ankles.
Yeah.
Like pushing the deck rail on a Trampa, a mountain board with bindings. You've really got to kind of lean your whole body weight into the bindings and use that to kind of like almost not force it into the turn, but you're using your upper body weight more. So I reckon, especially when you got bindings.
Yeah. That transition for me was really weird because obviously riding an Evolve for so long and never riding a board with straps on until that one February we all came up as Carve, and that was my first time I ever got on a Trampa, and that was great, but it was so weird. I couldn't turn. I was just tic-tacking it everywhere. It was it was crazy. I just could turn, especially Nottingham where you've got all those you've got the paths and then you've got the fences that are like that. You have to go in and back out.
Yeah.
It's a hassle, but obviously now, after a while, getting used to it, it's not so much a problem. You start learning how to hop properly. You can get up curves easier. You can tic tac without falling off and whatnot, And then I can now jump back onto my Evolve if I wanted to, and not feel like I have that barrier anymore, between them both.
I mean, it opens up bindings. Go on, Sonny. go and use.
It's just a different step. Once you get used to it, it's fine. Like we're all used to riding with bindings. I mean, even when I got off, I used to like not really ride my mountain board a lot, just ride my skateboard and then ride mountain boards competitions. And even then, it was different, just stepping off a skateboard onto a mountain board with bindings. So yeah, it's just like another step. But once you've been doing it a while, you get used to it. Like, and you can throw yourself into turns a lot more with bindings because you know you're going to be held in on it. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
It's a different riding style for sure, but a lot of people, there's so many people you hear all the time like, "Why? Can't believe you got bindings. How do you do that?" And just like, if you try it out and stick with it for a bit, like you won't go back. Like bindings.
Yeah, you won't have like so many more possibilities with bindings. Like you just have to get past that point of getting used to them, and then you can get so much more out of a board with bindings on.
And then it just clicks as well, doesn't it?
So is the lockdown affecting business at Trampa, and are you guys still making skateboards at the moment?
Yeah, get on the website and order.
I don't know anything about that. I'm not there at the moment, but
okay. But do you have like one person in the office, or there's still a point of contact?
I'll say this: if you go on the website and you order something, you'll get it.
Okay.
Eventually.
You'll get it. Right?
Excellent. That's good news.
What are the delivery times like currently? Do you guys know, for if someone were to order a board from you guys, would they be waiting for a long time, or would they be waiting for?
No, I think it's still the same amount of time. Like, it depends on the courier. Like, depends if the courier's delivering. But they've been good so far. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
At the moment, it's still the standard amount of time.
Okay. So Tom says, what's your opinions of group rides? How many and where?
Amen.
I mean, to put it bluntly, I'm not a massive fan of group rides, but not in the sense that, I mean, I go on them and like have fun and everything, but for the kind of riding we're used to in Nottingham, it's like for 4 max most of the time, and we're all just shredding and like bombing it as fast as we can and breaking stuff. And like with group rides, you kind of, obviously it's fun meeting up with everyone and seeing the like community and stuff, but it's not the same riding experience for me. I'm not into group rides. Like, I like, you know, if we're with the crew, like, do you know what I mean? And it's sweet because, yeah, like Amon said, we're all shredding. But like me, one of the first times. We're not saying everyone. We're not saying we're faster than everyone or anything like that.
No, just saying like, yeah, just I don't know. It's good. It's good to like, I don't know, shred like with yeah. I don't know.
I know.
I'm saying
with a group ride, you are as fast as the slowest rider, and that's it. So if you've got someone slow, that's it. You have to, you can't leave them behind.
Group rides are for everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I'm a fan of group rides in the sense that it's like how it's bringing the community together, and like it's kind of almost a unique thing in this community. Is like everyone's got this thing to do, and the only way to do it is to get out and kind of do it with everybody else and see what boards people have got and get tips from other people or talk about their DIY projects, and like that's the group rides are kind of a core part of the community what is e-skating. So
yeah. But definitely, because like with Billy, when we've run quite a few group rides through London, and we can get 20-30 people turn up, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you remember that ride when it was the Evolve GTR group ride when they did the launch?
Yeah, the demo day.
And that was the biggest ride I've ever done. And the funny thing was I was leading that ride on a Trampa. So but yeah, that was about 85 people I led on that ride. The ride, and it was a great ride. It was so worth it, and I loved the feeling of being able to get together as a big group, being able to see all these variants, as you were saying, all different balls, all types of people's DIYs, Trampas, etc., etc. But I also like to be able to ride on my own, or ride with Rebecca, for example, and we just go out and just enjoy it as just us instead of a massive group, where you can go as fast as you want. You don't have to slow down. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. But at the same time, group rides are great because depending on what group ride you're on, you can have a fast group ride. You can have a group ride which is just all terrain. You can, that kind of thing. So I guess it's preference, really, isn't it?
For sure.
Yeah. I gotta say, like, if you ever want to ride with someone who's going to push you, ride with Nathan Jenkins. Like,
Yeah.
let Nathan Jenkins go behind you, and he'll push you. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know which Tom this is, but I will definitely try Trampa at some point.
Yeah, come, like I say, come on a Thursday club or.
Yeah, when this quarantine business is done.
Yeah, just come up.
Yeah, come up and make a video.
Yeah, definitely, I'll do it for sure.
We'll have to do a Carve summertime meetup like we did in that February, but like another one. Summertime sort
of be there,
race or weekend up there would be great.
You're going to be there?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I'll give it a swerve then, mate.
Yeah, no.
Just walked into that one. So there was gossip there would be some new products from Trampa this year. Are you able to give us any hints of what might be coming?
No.
Okay.
I can't give you a hint, no.
So that sounds like there's new stuff coming.
Don't know what you mean.
That's good to know. Good to know.
Can we talk about Billy's shirt instead?
Yeah.
The best clothes. Come on.
Okay, so I mean, you guys. So you've recently just launched the 9-inch mud pluggers.
Yeah.
Is that the last thing I think to come from Trampa?
I don't know. We've got 10-inch, haven't we?
Well, there's also 9-inch diamonds.
Yeah, 9-inch diamond treads, 10-inch mud pluggers as well.
Okay.
There's a huge tyre selection.
10-inch mud pluggers, Jesus.
Yeah.
That is huge. Yeah.
Billy, me and Ted went out the other day and Ted had them on. They're fucking huge, mate.
Well, those you guys have got those huge wheels in there. I think are they the wheelbarrow wheels that you've got? You've got huge ones.
Oh, yeah, massive things.
Yeah, ridiculous. Putting them on a Trampa is literally turning into a car, especially a mini board.
Yeah.
At this point, it's ridiculous. But they're huge wheels, and seeing them as mud plugs is going to be insane.
It's just kind of like, I don't know, just making everything kind of possible. If someone wants to go like serious, like kind of almost crawling off-roading, they need big tires to get over like tree roots or rocks, or like bigger the wheel, the more kind of off-road opportunities you're going to get. You might not be going as fast and slamming it into corners and stuff because of the weight, but it just depends on what kind of style of riding you want to do or you're into.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like customizable. Like everything's customizable to how you want to ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trampa is one of the most customizable boards that I've ever known of, basically. Like everything you want to do, from customizing the colors to customizing how your board actually like rides and how you feel on your board, how comfortable you feel. It's crazy. That's what I really like about you guys. Like, it's insane.
Just looking at the website, and you've got everything broken down, and you can just buy like everything.
You've even got Trampa flip flops. I saw the other day. I was really tempted to order them as well.
Yeah, there's new things come out. We've got Trampa flip flops, gloves. I think there's a backpack. Is that right, Sonny?
Yeah. Tim, go onto the decks quickly.
On the blank decks?
Complete.
Onto the complete decks.
Oh.
Go on, shout where you want.
Top left. Electric mountain
boards. Yep.
And then spur gear drive onto the Infinity.
Then onto the spur gear drive.
Yep.
And onto the Infinity.
Come
in. Infinity.
In terms of use these tabs,
you can use.
You've got all the gearing.
Yeah, you can use the tabs. Like you can see all the gearing and everything.
The parts is the important one, which is associated to it.
Yeah, and
so all the tabs here as well. Yeah.
Parts used, like everything on it.
So if you change your tire, you get a different top speed.
Yeah.
So there's more to just getting more grip, but it changes the speeds and everything.
Yeah, if you change the tires and that, then
the spur now comes with a 185, so your top speed's looking about 35 mile an hour.
Can you hear that?
Nice. Yeah. I can hear that. Yeah. So 35 miles an hour. So you can go through absolutely every part of the board
Yeah, hit the park.
Yeah, all this bit's just kind of like people, like kind of educating people about every different aspect of it, basically.
Yeah.
Every part that's associated.
Yeah,
to
that's
the product.
everything that comes with the product.
So
Like.
scroll down.
Wow. So okay, so it's the entire board broken down, basically.
Yeah, looking for the bits that
Part
you
by
need.
part. Fantastic. Wow.
So all the parts get deducted from stock as they're sold and selected.
Wow, that is really incredible.
Yeah.
And are your videos on?
This should be a test for Eamon. Do the videos work?
Yeah, excellent.
That's one of the best looking ones I've seen.
Fantastic.
Go up to the top. Let's watch one.
You get Man Tour on. This one, top right.
Top right.
What, broken board?
Yeah.
Road.
Broken road.
This is an amazing
Oh,
video.
broken road, not broken board. Sorry, I'm looking at two screens at once. Is it stream okay?
It's a little bit laggy, but it's alright.
It's alright.
Frame rate's on like 2 FPS, but it's all good.
Nice.
Yeah, this was just like a nice day back in the summer, and we'd kind of finished all the work we needed to do today in the day, and wanted to go and film stuff and go for rides. At Mamtor is like the Peak District, which is about an hour away from Trampa, and we just took some boards in the car and went off and did the well fun day actually.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
This was in Wales, right?
No, in the Peak District.
Oh, the Peak District. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up north, Billy.
I've been wanting to.
We absolutely destroyed the boards that day. You can see that kind of terrain we're going. Like we really sort of pushed them, and they handled it fine.
You don't know anywhere further up north than Milton Keynes, do you, Billy?
Not until I met you lot.
Yeah, it's really good to see what you can throw at these boards and what they do.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's the.
Oh my god.
Great.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Did you guys use any footage from when we went on that mini group ride? Just a few of us in Paris, and we went around that roundabout. And we just went around really, really fast. I don't know if you remember or not. I'm sure I've seen somewhere there's a footage of Sam going around it.
Yeah, the shot of Sam going around that roundabout.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was a great area as well. That was really, really nice.
Impressive.
Open area.
So we're nearly an hour. I'll just go quickly through some of the questions from
Pink or brown?
Pink.
Obviously.
Well, controversial question. Pavel, are there any other e-board brands that you guys like beside Trampa? Maybe
No.
Boards. No?
No, Trampa.
I've read a few.
Put Callie in there.
Sorry?
Or just pretend you didn't put Callie in there.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Not really.
But like, I mean, because both me and Sonny, like we say, come from mountain boarding, and we've been riding those kind of trucks and those kind of wheels and stuff since we were both pretty young. So like, you know, we go on another electric board, like it's obviously interesting, like have a look, but it doesn't, like we're just natural.
Yeah.
Like, the Trampas are just natural to us, so we're just gonna stick to them. Like I wouldn't change at all.
Do you guys think, coronavirus aside, if Eastgate grows this year like we're expecting it to, or we're expecting it to at least,
yeah,
this could be like Trampa's year? Because I think over the last year, especially in the Eastgate scene, they've become more and more known.
Yeah,
and a lot more people have been looking at Trampa boards. A lot more people have been wanting to go off road.
Yeah,
definitely becoming a hell of a lot more popular in the Eastgate scene,
especially in London. There's a lot of us now in London.
Even surprisingly in London, because we ride like, you know, street boards or like 6-7 inch ATs, and people are still buying Trampas.
Yeah,
people want more from the equipment.
It's what? Sorry.
People want more from equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of options.
Yeah, so the option also to take your board anywhere, because I mean, like you say, you get out of London and suddenly you start to realise the limits.
To go above the speeds that like Evolve offer makes it dangerous, which is why we don't offer the batteries.
Okay.
If you fit the batteries, you're smart enough to realise not to go too stupidly fast because it can kill you.
Yeah.
So we don't offer the batteries. They're too expensive to make a profit margin, and they're too difficult to ship and expensive. There's companies that specialise in it, but then ultimately, if you fit it, then we're exonerated from all of the dangers and perils that the batteries have got associated to them.
Totally, yeah.
If you can fit the batteries in your calculator, it's pretty much the same simple system, but a bit more power involved. So,
yeah.
Okay.
You can push the Trampers to the limits as well, couldn't you? Really? So, like to the very limit. So, if you were to supply the battery and someone were to push their board to the limit, it can cause a lot of problems, of course. I guess so, anyway.
Why can't I order green stuff from Trampa? It's all red and blue. I've noticed a lot of people doing that.
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe
it's just not seen in green.
It just hasn't been a green done, like.
Okay, like a lot of.
Making pink stuff.
Right, can it?
If there's any pink or blues, let me know. So I'll be on that straight away.
You can buy my old pink deck off if you want, Billy.
You don't know what colour you're into with that shirt, Billy.
Got a pink deck. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
So Thomas, what has Trampa done for you and affected? What has Trampa done for you, and how has it affected your life?
All sorts, like we all
sorts.
Thousands of women.
Yeah, don't know about that, mate. Nah, for me, like I don't know, like I obviously started riding for Trampa in 2006, and then like become more and more like friends with everyone on the team anyway. And I think my first trip away with Trampa was White Air 2007, which was a big ramp on the Isle of Wight. We used to do, it's like a big extreme sports festival that we used to do over there. And from that point, like we've just been on so many amazing trips. They help me out with parts, anything I need, entry fees to competitions. Like it's just, mate, it's honestly it's just unreal, mate. Like if you watch the interviews that we done, Matt Bryn put it like, it's not like being big-headed, but we're very lucky to be in the position we're in. Like, and yeah, Trampa do a hell of a lot for us, really.
Yeah, for sure. Like a lot
I've actually heard from people that Trampa are really good at supporting and looking after their team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the core kind of people who work for Trampa for day to day, like it's everyone kind of lives and breathes Trampa. Like we work there all day. I mean, everyone's really good mates and like mess around and build boards and like that all day. And then as soon as the day's finished, we'll go and ride them as well. And then
the pub, it's like, corny, but it's not a team. It's a lifestyle. Like Trampa is
like it's just especially in the summer. Like it's just pretty much what all of us just do all the time, and we all still love it. And yeah, obviously that's quite a big life changing, impactful thing. So that it does change our lives, I guess. Affected our lives. Whatever the question was.
So we're coming up to an hour. Is there anything you guys want to say? Promote your channels, stuff coming up from Trampa, any news, anything you want to promote?
There'll be a Trampa video about like kind of when Jay Boston came to visit us. He's done a series of his like Trampa experience. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out on Jay Boston's channel. But there'll be like kind of a shorter, more condensed version of what kind of Jay Boston thought about the whole entire trip as a whole, and like some unseen shots and stuff that no one's seen before coming out hopefully in the next week or so.
Okay.
Yeah, and also keep an eye on the Trampa Instagram as well, because there's going to be some stuff coming up on that as well. A few videos. Like I said, a few new riders coming on the team. We're going to have introductory videos to them. the team riders on the website's going to be updated as time goes on. That's in the process at the moment. So keep your eyes out for that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and if people want to be kept up with sort of breaking news, new products, what's going on, where should they go to subscribe?
Instagram, YouTube. Keep going back to the website. I mean, Facebook as well. Like all kind of Trampa socials.
Okay.
Yeah, everything social media it'll be on. As soon as something drops, it'll be up on there.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I've just Thomas.
Trampa Open Race.
Trampa Open Race. Will it happen?
Potentially, yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
I head
Needs
shots.
to be a
Ted's car park race site.
Car parks.
Yeah.
You set up a really difficult track through the woods so no one else can.
Yeah, like rallycross or something. Like part actually that like part like street, part off road, and same track would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Like,
but it's definitely an option for sure. It's not something we've ever said we're not going to do, and it has been spoken about. So yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. I'd like to see the velodrome in the Olympic Park in Stratford, and that whole area used as a track, because that track itself is. I mean, Tim, have you ridden it before, right? The long velodrome, the one that we did.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
that it's a very good
basically, it's a long track. It's like a cycle park, which Evolve have a little bit longer, I think, and that would be sick to do racing on, because it's just one long tarmac track, and it would like to get higher speed and getting around those corners, you could easily hit like the 40s even on that track, you know. And I think that would be sick for like a good setup for a like a UK Cup or something, especially because in the middle of that track there's a BMX pump track as well.
Yeah,
and it's basically asking to be hired, you know, and asking to be like turned into what should be a UK Cup of some kind, you know.
I feel like BMX. I mean, the Evolve Open last year, like that was a cool track, obviously indoor motocross. But I feel like the outdoor BMX tracks are like definitely like a good look and a good thing to ride and look to put competitions on, because obviously they're made out of a material that all sorts of boards can ride on. I mean, we ride them on gravity boards as well, even the flat ones, and we can pump around it. So I mean, so it's open to all abilities, really. You can go as fast or as slow around them as you want, like. And yeah, I feel like they're like a good thing to look to the future for putting events on.
Yeah, like single track kind of time trial events as well. I think would be cool to see.
Yeah.
Point.
Cool. Okay. We're hitting an hour, so I'm gonna call it there. Thank you very much for coming, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll drop links to Trampa's socials, Facebook and YouTube and everything in the comments below this video.
Yeah.
And Amon, I'll drop your YouTube channel in there as well.
Cheers. There's not much e-board and stuff on there, but there's mountain board videos and a bit of snowboarding and yeah.
Cool. Okay, great. Thank you everyone for coming and watching. Thanks guys for taking part. And I'll see you probably at the next kind of Evolve event, maybe go-kart track or something after it's done. Be good to see you guys again. All right. Nice one, guys. Thank you very much.
Cool.
These times.
See you later.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
See you later.
Bye-bye.